Okay, let's go.
Hey, what's happening now? Jump in and buckle up for another ride in this for another ride and for another episode of In the Passenger Seat, where we take you on a ride throughout the sports world, just one interview at a time. Man, I had a mouthful of coffee and trying to speak, it just didn't work that time. But hey, here we are. We're back in the passenger seat, everybody. And you know what happens off jump? Gentlemen's got mail. Gentlemen's got mail, everybody. Let me find it. There we go. Got a box here. Oh, yeah. This is from a guy I grew up playing boys club ball with. We ran into each other on Facebook, and he saw a picture of my dad with an old Bladensburg cap, old burgundy cap with the B on it, white B. And he says, I think I can find you one. So this here is my guy, Jimmy Deacons in Beckley, West Virginia. Beckley, West Virginia. We get stuff from all over the place, man. We're just not getting Maryland stuff. So we had Greensboro, North Carolina a couple weeks ago. And look at here. Now we got some West Virginia. Man, what kind of tape you use on here, Brozell? All right. What we got? What we got, Jimmy? Woo-hoo! That's smoke right there, fellas. Look at here. Look at it like that. If that don't look like a Bladensburg hat, I don't know what is. Hey, Beckley, West Virginia High School, thank you. Thank you, Jimmy Deacons. Thank you, the football coach, the basketball coach. One of the coaches over there gave this to Mr. Deacons for me. He's going to be on the passenger seat here shortly. So I'll be able to thank him personally. But I'm going to slap it on real quick. See how it's working. Woo, cookie. That's fire. I dig it. I dig it. Man, I'm happy to get this in the mail, man. That is money. Jimmy, I got something coming back your way, Bubba. Let me put this here on the shelf with swag. Look at here, baby. Right in the front and center. Oh, I just love all the goodies everybody's sending me, man. I wore that Greensboro shirt last week. I had a story to tell them about a fine young soccer player heading that way. So, I got a story for every item up on that shelf, guys. And I appreciate everyone that's participating in the Gentleman's Got Mail segment. It's nothing better, man. It's so fun. I think everyone's really having fun with it. All right, now, let's get to tonight's guest, the bread and butter. Damn, I can't even close a damn knife. Speaking about bread and butter, cut my finger off, call me Nubby. But tonight, man, this gentleman is outstanding. And like I said, I met him when I was like 11 years old. And then I ran into him again in my 30s over here on Ken Island in a coach's clinic. So we got a 40-year Anne Arundel County sports and recreation leader. He's been playground director. He's been pool manager, league director, camp counselor, high school football coach, high school basketball coach, and a high school baseball coach, all in Anne Arundel County. And on top of that, he was an Anne Arundel County teacher for 44 years, man. That's unreal, man. I tell you, this guy has dedicated himself to the children of Anne Arundel County and to the athletes and sports of Anne Arundel County. I'm proud to know this gentleman. Let's please welcome Ken Dunn to the stage. Hey, Coach, how you doing today, my friend?
Fine. It's a little chilly out here. It was a little chilly out here. I helped Stephen Decatur baseball, and
okay.
Coaching today. It was a little cold out there today.
Oh yeah. Spring ball always hit or miss. You never know what you're going to get. Tryouts up here, they had snow on Ken Island, second day of tryouts. So it's always interesting how the beginning of March is going to be.
Yeah. Good Lord takes care of that.
Oh yeah, yeah, and then we'll get to April and May's coming in and real baseball weather. But then April usually brings all them damn rainouts. You know how that is, Coach.
Oh yeah, been plenty of them.
Plenty, plenty. So I like to start the show off and really get to know my guests. And I want to start from the beginning. Tell me who your childhood sports idol was. Somebody that really inspired you to play sports.
Mickey Mantle. You know,
Mm.
he had it all. He was a total package. And when I was growing up, I used to use a Mickey Mantle bat. I mean, it had thin handle, good whip to it. I used that, and as I progressed through playing from Little League on to the Pony League and to American Legion, high school, college, I always had a Mickey Mantle bat with me. Thin
All
handle.
right.
Yeah. If I got in a slump, I'd have to get a hold of Nellie Fox or Jackie Robinson because it was a little thicker. It kind of kept me back. So,
That's
but
cool.
yeah.
You,
But
you ever hear the story about Billy Martin and Mickey Mantle going trying to go hunting?
yeah, shooting the cows. Billy Martin.
Yes.
That's a great
Yeah.
story. I got 2 or 3 bibliographies on Mantle, and it's like unbelievable.
Yeah, me. I've read a couple too, and that's where I
Hey,
found
your
some of
fans
these.
know you ought to tell a story.
What I say?
You ought to tell a story, or maybe the people that are watching
Well,
don't know.
I'll tell you.
Funny.
The story is they're trying to get permission to hunt on this gentleman's land, and Billy Martin says, "Stay right here, Mick. I'm gonna go talk to the guy." He talks to the guy, and the guy's like, "Man, yeah, y'all can go hunting, but do me a favor. And I got a lame cow sitting out there. Go ahead and take her out." So Billy comes out and he starts acting all crazy. He tells Mickey, "God darn it, this guy ain't gonna let us hunt. I'm gonna shoot his damn cow." Billy Martin pulls his gun up and drops the cow. Mickey says, "Shit, hell with him." Drops 2 more.
That actually was the reverse. It was Mickey that went to his doctor that let him hunt there all the time.
Okay, it was Mick.
And Billy was sitting in the car, and when Mickey shot him, he said he won't let us hunt here, so I'm going to kill one of his cows. So he goes over and kills him. All of a sudden, he hears another shot, and Mick and Billy's shooting the other cows.
Okay,
We'll fix him.
Yeah, that's what I knew. So were you a Yankees fan? Like
Yep.
Mickey
Yankees.
Mantle,
It's
or?
not that I didn't like the Orioles. I like some of the players. Matter of fact, when I was in Little League, we sat up in the bleachers when Hoyt Wilhelm threw a no hitter against the Yankees. Gus Triano was the only one that hit a home run. But
Pretty cool.
it's not that I don't like the Orioles. I was just been a Yankee fan. I like Yogi Berra. I mean, he's got about 10 rings for being a coach and a player. And here's another thing people don't know. When Bill Mazeroski hit that home run against Pittsburgh, that's a series that the Yankees outscored him by about 40 runs, but he hit that home run in the 10th inning. Yogi Berra was playing left field. That's a trivia. And guess who was announcing on the radio? Chuck Thompson.
Is that right?
Ain't the beer cold, man.
Wow. Okay.
So
That was something. So you did a lot of your coaching and teaching in Anne Arundel, but you were born and raised in Queen Anne's County, correct?
Talbot County, St. Michael's.
Talbot, a little further. That's right. Talbot is just over.
And you can always tell the people from Talbot County, because when they ask them where they're from, and if they say Talbot County,
It's Talbot.
they ain't natives. It's just like
Right.
Calvert County. If you hear them say Calvert, they ain't from there. Calvert County is where it is. Right? You close by there. You would
Yeah,
know.
no, I do. Yeah, it's Talbot. It's not Talbot. There's no A. It's Talbot.
Well, you can say Talbot, but they know you're a come here. That's what they say.
Right. Well, we got a few comments already here, Coach. It looks like the lines are lighting up. What is this here? This is old Chris Doris. He said, "Nice cap." Yeah, that was a nice cap, Chris. Thanks a lot, man. Thanks for tuning in, bud. That's one of the kids I coached before there. Got Chris Sloan. Come on now, we got toot the coach's horn, man. I know what I do. Thanks, Chris. Thanks for tuning in, baby. There we go. Now we got one of your river guys, one of them South River guys. This here's Joe Darnell.
That's a good.
He's saying,
That's a good boy. He's solid. He's
yeah,
a
yeah.
solid individual.
He speaks the world of you. He speaks the world of you. Got Chris Driscoll giving us a shout out. Thanks a lot, Chris. Even knowing you're a Philadelphia Eagles fan, we still roll with you, brother. We still roll with you. Thanks for all the comments, guys. Let me get back to Coach. So growing up in Talbot County, I mean, you got sports and you got the wildlife, fishing and hunting and carrying on. Did you do a little bit of everything?
Look, I fished a lot. I never could catch. I was a fisherman, not a catchman. But I tell you, when I grew up, this is maybe get a little history here. They didn't have a little league team, so my father and a couple of guys from town got together and got the Home Run Baker Little League. Now you've heard of Home Run Baker. He's in the Hall of Fame. One year he led the league, the American League, with 9 home runs, and then he got 12 most, but they called him Home Run Baker, so they named it after. It was 2 teams from St. Michael's, Oxford, Tillman, Trapp, and Cordova. And we had some good athletes come out there. Matter of fact, Harold Baines played in that little league. He's from St. Michael's.
Yes. I knew Harold Baines was a Eastern Shore guy before I even moved over here. Such a great guy he is. He's still working with that St. Michael's program, isn't he?
He's over there. They've built a field. He helped build a field and stuff, and him and his wife were really instrumental in putting a pool in town, stuff like that. Really great people. I used to, like I said, I used to mix mortar with his dad. His dad was a good ball player. His dad's arms were bigger than my legs, but they're really super nice people. And when he played on the Eastern Shore, I remember he went over to. I was talking to Dougie Fleetwood. He was the head coach of football and baseball at Cambridge High School when they were playing them that day. Of course, Dougie was also the principal of the school. But the scouts would come in early and say, hey, Dougie, we don't want to stay around. Are you going to pitch to Harold Baines? He says, I'm going to pitch to him every time. You think I'm afraid of him? So the first time he gets up to bat, bases are loaded, he walked in. Every time he got up to bat, bases, he walked in.
That's right.
He wasn't going to change that anyway. So he was good. He was good. But his dad was a great ball player too.
Is that right?
Yeah. Real good ball player.
So you're talking baseball most of the time, but I didn't know you were such a good football player.
Well, here's the thing. I went to St. Michael's High School for 11th year. So we played soccer, basketball, and baseball. That was the sports. It was one of the smallest schools. Matter of fact, it still is one of the smallest schools in the state of Maryland. So my senior year, my dad got a job running the yacht club in Annapolis. So I went over. I could have stayed with a lot of people, but I wanted to go with my family. So I went to Severna Park High School. When I got over there, they only had a football team. They didn't have a soccer team. Now they got a great soccer team. But anyhow, I go in there and I meet this guy, Mike Hampy, and he goes, hey, how you doing? It? So the coach says, George Roberts. Now he played football. He was an All-American down there in North Carolina with Wizard White. And then Andy Borland was coaching down there, and he's a great coach because I coached with him later. He taught me a lot of things, taught a lot of young men. But I go to line up, and he says, what year are you in? I says, a senior. He says, how much experience you have? I said, none. He goes, get at the end of the line. So they gave me my equipment was like the same things he bought for $10 for Christmas. Shoulder pads were red, cardboard, stuff like that. So we're playing at Navy Marine Stadium in the last game. And he goes, what dumb SOB gave you that stuff? I said, you did. And he said, no. So I was fortunate to have a good year and stuff like that, and good year in basketball. And I was very fortunate. I've been blessed.
Well, Coach, we got another comment from a guy that I've been in contact with recently, and I I respect what he's doing out here at the high school baseball level. And this here's Coach Guy Smith over there at Calvert. He says it can be done. Loved our games and conversations. So
Tell you what,
like
he played at the University of Maryland. He does a great job down there in Huntington. But I'll tell you what,
I think he's at Calvert, isn't he?
I thought he was at Huntington. Maybe he moved over. I don't know, but he's done great.
Give us a shot there, Coach. Let us know. I'm pretty positive you're at Calvert, but Coach Dunn might be right. So, Coach Smith, if you hear us, let us know.
You know why he says that, don't you? Because I got a card. Because I got a card that I show people, and it said I got it backwards here, but you can.
Yeah, no, I've seen it. You showed it to me when you came to Ken Island for that coach's.
Okay, so when I give it out, I say I coach kids.
I have it.
And they would say, I can't do this, can't do that. So I would give a card that says, don't say it can't be done. Say it, and you turn it over, and it says it can be done. KenBDUNN. So I want to be positive. If I see a smile and a laugh, I love giving them out. I've given probably about 3,000 of them out during the year.
Yeah, no, you gave me one that day you came over here because I was like.
Well, I'll tell you, you went to Ken Island, right? Elementary school. We had a clinic.
No.
Oh, that wasn't the one?
Yes, at the high school. It was at the high school.
And we hit the wall.
Yes.
Hit the wall. And that came from a guy named Larry the Hit Car Man from Baltimore, and he was down in Coastal Carolina. They were hitting 665. And if you hit that, remember I held the kid's bat, and once he got to his hitting, he couldn't go any further because he had his strength. When I did clinics, I would take the biggest guy and they can't get past my hand. Then I'd hold it with one finger, then a little finger, because they've already.
That's what you did.
Because
that's what you did.
Remember that, and you had to hit the wall at the same time. Your hands in the bat at the same time. Otherwise,
same time.
What I say? No pity pats. You can't go.
And you put little pieces of tape on the mat too for inside, outside, and down the middle. And I continued to do that because I was coaching softball at the time. My daughter was playing softball. And I continued to do that with them, and it just helped with contact so much.
Right,
and even distribution of the swing.
There's 9 basic places to hit it, and it's a shoulder high, waist high, and knee high, and then the inside, outside, and you moved your feet a little bit toward the wall, so you would work on it hitting. Now I talked to the kids at Stephen Decatur talking about hitting the wall, let it travel. I want them to loosen their hands up and stuff. I also used to find that the pro hitter, you see it on a lot of pro teams that they put it around their thumb to keep the bat out of their hands and on their fingers to get more whip. So I bring that in sometimes, but what you learn is a basic that'll help anybody. So
yeah, no, definitely of all ages too, of all ages. And Coach Smith chimed in. Yes, you're right, Coach. He is at H-Town. He's over at Huntingtown. So my apologies. Coach Smith will be on next week, everybody, if you want to talk about some Huntingtown baseball. I've had Coach Sneed on here. I believe he's Huntingtown's football coach. I get confused with some of these guys. Sneed,
he's a great guy. He's a great guy.
Yeah, I'm really getting to know all them smack guys. I love it. I love it down there. I love Southern Maryland sports. I love the way Southern Maryland sports have improved so much in the past 5 to 7 years. And I think it's got a lot to do with some of these indoor facilities that are popping up down that way. You got to work on your game. You can't stop just because it's cold outside. So it's a lot more kids working on a single sport year round. How do you feel about that, Coach?
Well, I'm a firm believer, but I come from a different era. But I'm a firm believer because we didn't have all of those hitting clinics and big buildings that are going up. The Aces down there in Berlin and stuff like that. We didn't have that stuff, but we played every season. We played a different sport, and I think that actually helped us because you used different parts of your body, different running techniques. And it helped you in the next sport. But the kids nowadays are going like 12 months out of the year in a hitting, fielding. There's buildings going up everywhere, and there's all these travel teams. Now, what I say, maybe Guy agree with this. a lot of these travel team guys win a lot. So they have that as a come on. And because they win 90, 80% of their games because they recruit the best players. When parents come to me and want to know, where should I go, or what club should I go to, or travel team, here's what I tell them. Go to the one that teaches the fundamentals the best and teaches the nuances of the game, because that's the way your son's going to learn. Because all these other guys are already good. And that's why they sound like they're the best coaches, because they recruit the best. And that's just my opinion. But I had a kid that wanted to play baseball. I'd give him to the guy that's going to teach him baseball and the nuances of the game. That's just my theory.
I'm old school, just like you are, and I'm a big believer of playing different sports. You want to go play some soccer, that gets your footwork going good. You want to go play some football, that can, you can work on many different skills throughout the different sports that can help you in each sport. But like you say, they got these big buildings out here now that you can go and work on baseball year round. Why not? Why not? I mean,
it's big money. Some of these guys charge big money. See, when I played soccer at St. Michael's, I go to Severna Park, and people were breathing heavy, running their laps and stuff. By playing soccer, that really helped me in football.
Yes. So I never liked soccer, but I respect it.
Yeah.
I never liked lacrosse, but I respect it.
Yeah. And it's just the way each one has their own particular skill set. And now they have not travel teams, but they have guys that will coach a specific sports. Everything that's, if they say, I want to be a tennis player, they'll do everything to work them out that covers all the skills of tennis. And that's a good thing. But get a coach that's skill oriented and a nuance. Now, he could still be winning, but sometimes these guys win, and that's because they got the best players. It's as simple.
Mm-hmm. Well, look here, Coach. You done grew up playing ball. You was on Eastern Shore, St. Michael's, Severna Park, and you start to go on into college, and are you thinking about being an educator when you enrolled in college, or did that come later?
Two things I wanted to be. I either want to be a professional athlete or a school teacher. That's always been and I always want to help. When I had to pick kids when I was younger, or if I go to camps now and they give you a chance to pick a team or thing, I say, you pick whoever you want, I'll take the rest. I always wanted kids. I wanted kids, and I'd pick the kids that couldn't play very well, and I tried to encourage them when I was younger. So the guy playing basketball in school was, look, shoot the ball. What? Shoot the ball. Yeah, but I'm not a good shooter. You will be if you keep shooting. So that's how I operated. So it was just a different way I approached things, and I always wanted to be a teacher, help kids. You see kids grow up, and one of the kids that played for me, Darren Hall, just won a state championship at our school. He played basketball for me at South River. So what a great kid he is. He's got a great family, faith-based.
Yes. Yes, indeed. Coach Hall is a great man, wonderful man. I met him earlier this year. He opened arms at South River for me. I went up there, interviewed some kids. He's got a kid over there, Jaden McDuffie. He's a fine athlete. He's going to play football in college, I think. That's what Northwestern. Going to Northwestern, correct.
That's an academic school. Think about that.
Mm-hmm. And, I want to give a big shout out to South River High School basketball team winning I believe it was the 3A state championship last night, and they won it. They won it convincingly. I think they went into half up 16, and then they continue to hold that margin the whole game per my updates. I had people updating me all afternoon because I was a 5 o'clock start, and I was on the road. But, congratulations to them. And I seen them play some tough competition this year. They played Meade. Meade is one of the top teams over there. I think it's the MIAA. And then they played the Mather the next day.
Got beat by 30. Got beat by 30, but he wants them to see that. I got an old saying: they can beat you, but they can't eat you. You can come play the next. You know what I mean?
Play the best, man. That's the way I feel too.
And I think he got them ready by doing that.
He did. He played a lot of out-of-state games. I looked at his record at one point, and I saw like 9, 10 losses. Or no, at one time it was 5 losses, and 4 of them were from out-of-state powerhouses.
Yeah,
That
he
he
go to
played.
Philadelphia. He went to Kentucky.
Yes, sir. Yes,
And
sir.
he beat me because they lost in the quarterfinals, I think, this year. But Mike Glick coached them.
That's my guy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now Mike beat South River at South River this year.
Right.
They beat him by 4, maybe 4, 6, something like that. And Glick's got a hell of a team, man. He's got a guard over there. Keon. What's Keon's last name?
I don't know. I don't follow that close.
Yeah.
But
His
there's some
name's Keon.
They were always great coaches in Anne Arundel County. I mean, when I went over there, Andy Borland, we were still friends. When we won the state championship in baseball in 2013, all the guys that I knew, and I get all these accolades and stuff, but guess what? It's the people around you. Guys like Andy Borland, he's got 3 daughters. They said, "Did you ever have any sons?" And when somebody asked me that about him, I said, "Yeah, he had about 3,000 kids that he taught."
I'm out, Coach.
Sons.
Hey, Coach.
Yeah.
Are you bumping your computer or anything? Your sound's going in and out a little bit. You're not touching anything?
No, I'm not touching.
It's going out a little bit, but I think it's fine. I thought you might have been bumping the cord or something, but everything's good. I mean, your accolades are unreal. I mean, it's like a page and a half. I mean, I've got some resumes over here on my shelf, but that 2013 season must have been one hell of a ride. Was that the year you won state?
Yeah. A few years before that, I was starting anywhere from 5 to 6 freshmen. Of course, I got a couple seniors. Well, I said, look, you got to play better defense, but you're going to hit because you're going to hit for that kid that I got you playing. And if you play and practice good, I wanted him to earn it. Now we go there. Now here's a culminating thing. We win the game. But you know what else we got trophy we got? The sportsmanship for baseball for the state of Maryland. So you knew we had good kids. The school was turned out. What a community. That's just as important to me. It's just an old saying that sports builds character. It reveals it. It reveals it. And guys, you can find out if the kids are good kids or not, but we had good kids. Teachers were involved. Everybody, I mean, the community just helped. We won it up at Ripken Stadium. And the kid that I had was the player of the year at the Baltimore Sun. So,
wow. Well, look here, we got another comment from Joe Darnell. Seems like he wants me to tell you this right here. He says Seahawks are ball hawks. Tell Coach that.
Okay,
what does that mean, Coach?
You know what that means? When I coached basketball, when I first started coaching, I wanted to try to get the kids to do something. And I even say this to the other guy. When we break the huddle, I'd say Seahawks are, and the team I'm ball hawks. That's
nice.
That's how we came out. So,
nice. Thanks, Joey.
I do it in all those schools. Joey's a good guy. He followed sports.
Yeah, he's been waiting for you to come on, man. He's hit me every couple of weeks, man. Coach Dunn.
Brent Alexander's the one that first got me in touch.
Yes. Brent told me he had lunch or was having lunch with you or something. And I told him what I was doing and I'd like to have you on. And he put me right in touch with you. Didn't hesitate. And Brent's a good guy. I don't know where he's at. I don't know if he's back on Ken Island or he's in Annapolis.
Back on Ken Island, but he's one of the best salesmen in this restoration big company.
Oh, my boy got the gab. Brent got the gab.
He's one of the most intelligent guys I've ever met. And he could pitch. He pitched for us.
Yeah, that's what he told me.
A lot of people don't know he was the head coach at PG Community College of baseball.
Yes.
And I don't think he won a game in 2 years, but then he became a member and a representative for the Negro League Hall of Fame. Yeah. He was down there meeting Hank Aaron and all them guys. Yeah.
Brent got me that.
Yeah.
Yeah, they gave me that one.
Brent's a good guy. Brent comes down, sees me, and
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a minute, man. He's been busy with his boys. His boys, shit, they probably 18, 17 by now. They're getting up
one's
there.
still in high school, and the other one graduated from high school.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So Preston's still in high school, and the oldest boy, he's out now. So, yeah.
All right. Well, let me get up to the high school ball field. Maybe I'll run into him up there in the stands.
Yeah. Well, he goes all over the place. He's another good student I had. I was very blessed with good people in South River and the kids, and I got names that I when I first got there is Joe Papetti, who was an All-American with Sam Huff at West Virginia. The guys that I ran with, a guy named Ronnie Wolf and Dave and Greg and all those other guys, and you couldn't believe how everybody was together, the staff and everything. I mean, it was just good. And we got great coaches. Look at that. They won the girls' state championship last year. They got Mo Carter, who's a volleyball coach. It's unbelievable. She does a good job. John Klessinger has one of the best wrestling teams in the state of Maryland. So all those guys are there. And then, you got all these guys that are up there, and Terry Tucker's a good lady over there. Mike Zivick is the girls' coach, and you got Klingel, who's the AD. That's a good program. And a guy, Mitch Suppley, used to play there at Maryland.
Yes,
he's back all the time trying to build a tradition, which he has. He's in the Hall of Fame at the Arena Football League. There's a guy that's in. We had 5 kids on that team that played division, that were the linemen that played Division I football back in the day.
Wasn't Suppley a running back at South River?
No, he was a football player.
He wasn't a running back.
He was a football player and played basketball for me, and he ran track. Now here's a story for you. He's playing basketball for him, and this guy that's a line coach from Syracuse came down, got all these films underneath his arm. He comes by the gym. He says, "Mitch plays for you." I said, "Yeah." He says, "Well, let me watch him." He watched him for 5 minutes and says, "I'm inviting him up. I love the way his feet move." That's in basketball. So he goes up. He goes up there and makes a commitment to Syracuse. And it was in the paper the next day. And the next day, the Maryland coach was down giving him heck. And then all of a sudden, he turned. He committed to Maryland. So never missed a stat. Never missed a snap. He was a long snapper and a starting center. Great guy.
All right, Coach. I got to take a little break here. We're at about the halfway mark. I got to pay some bills. So give us 1 second after this little break, everybody. We'll be right back. That's Chesapeake Landscape Materials, y'all. 8217 Baltimore Annapolis Boulevard in Pasadena, Maryland. If you're getting ready, spring's getting ready. Spring, baby. The spring is in the air. This little bit of cold's gone. You better get started on that honey-do list. Any landscape projects you got, Mulchman can take care of you. Give them a call down there at Chesapeake Landscape Materials, 410-437-7718. They got you. All right, Coach.
I got somebody in my house right now from Pasadena.
Get on down there, see Mulchman. He'll take care of you. He's got such better prices than such places like Home Depot and Lowe's, and he'll deliver the mulch and the sand and the gravel to your house. I got him working on Riverdale Baptist's field right now. He's got diamond dirt down there. He's got that real deal pro ball diamond dirt with the clay and sand. Nice stuff.
Tell you
Coach, I just wanted to read off just a few of your accomplishments that I think everyone should know. First of all, South River High School, the stadium is Ken Dunn Stadium. It was named that in 2022. So congratulations on that honor. The city of Annapolis, it's the Ken Dunn Municipal Pool. They did that in 2019. That's pretty impressive. Eastern Shore Hall of Fame 2016. Uh, I believe this is the Maryland State Baseball Coaches Association Hall of Fame. And numerous Coach of the Year awards, Coach. It just blows my mind. He's even got Assistant Coach of the Years, Basketball Coach of the Years, and, Arundel County Sports Hall of Fame in 2024. That was just recently. Can you talk to us a little bit about that event and that who was there with you?
Well, I tell you, the first base coach, Budinsky, played at Severna Park, so he was there. First base coach for the Toronto Blue Jays. He was there.
Okay.
This girl, Jenny Parsons, she was an excellent softball player, but now she's a coach in college. She was there. The boxing coach from Navy was there, and Bill Belichick.
Wow.
I was impressed. And if anybody says anything about his girlfriend, I talked to her. She was down to earth. She seemed like a solid kid. So when she got up and said, when they were trying to talk to Bill about on a sports show about his relationship, she said, he ain't talking about that. He was talking football. And I think she got a bad, but she's a nice person. And I forgot to mention
Wow.
two women that were in my department. I called them my work wives was Judy
Right.
and Debbie McPherson. But these other guys, I mean, they're really good. Greg Carroll and all them, but I still get in touch with most of those guys. And then I'll tell you what happened when I was in school. And listen, all those accolades, it's not me, it's my assistant coaches. I had a guy, Gary Gubbins, that was right there.
Very humble of you, Coach.
Listen, man, it's the kids, it's the people that surround you. And when I got the pool named after me, I'll tell you, Dick Callahan did more for the city of Annapolis and recreation parks than I've ever seen. He had a good group out there. I've had principals like Gene Long that when I was getting a house built and I had to drive to Baltimore every night when I was working at elementary school in Edgewater, she made me stay at her house. She says, that's too long of a ride. She fed me breakfast. Not many principals would do that.
No, that's very impressive.
First year I was teaching. My wife had a baby and my wife was sick, and I said I called her up and said I gotta stay home because somebody's got to watch my daughter. My wife's sick. He says let your wife rest. Bring your daughter down here. She can stay in my office. I'll take care of her. How many principals do that now? Not many.
Yeah,
I've been
blessed.
I've been blessed. I officiated basketball, baseball, just some big games, and did some college stuff, and I just enjoyed all of it. But I've been really blessed. A guy named Billy Fish. Now talk about a fisherman, Billy Fisher. You want to go fishing? He'll get you fish. I'll get you hooked up if you like to fish. But those guys were just unbelievable. So, and when I grew up, Andy Borland and Al Larimore was coaching at Annapolis. He would come talk to me and says, you need anything, son? I mean, we were rivals, and he's coming. Just guys like that. John Brady, the same way. He was the winningest coach at one time. Now the guy from Wycomico, he's got about 940 wins because he's been
Butch
that long. Butch Waller. Hey, we're good friends. He's still umpire. Yeah, you know Butch.
Butch has done it, man. I just communicate with him a little bit. He's been so busy. Trying to get him on the show is almost impossible. But now the season's over, I might have a little more luck.
I will call him.
You want to get Butch for me?
Oh yeah, I'll get a hold of him.
All right.
And got all those guys up there, Dotson, and all those guys at the recreation department, and the women there, and everything. I'm telling you, I've been very, very fortunate and blessed to meet these people, and I could give you that. Rich Farrow that's down at Stephen Decatur, and it's good down there because when South River plays them, they're both named the Seahawks. So they say, who are you rooting for? And I say the Seahawks. So.
Okay. Well, we got some more comments coming in for you, Coach. Got a gentleman named Mike Hale. Mike Hale says hello. Hey, what's up, Coach?
Him and his dad were great people. Great people. Great people. Yeah. I hope everything's good. Tell him if he gets a chance, he come down and see me. Get Joey together and come on down. I got room. I got
There
room.
you go, Mike. You just got the invite, man. There's gonna be about 6 or 7 of us down there one night.
I
We're gonna
got
come
room.
down there and beat.
My grandson brought in 20 missionaries one night. They were sleeping all over the place, but we found a place for them. I'm being
then,
serious. I'm being serious.
I got you. I'll take you up. Let it get warm outside for me. I don't do with this cold weather stuff. No, no,
3
no, no,
miles,
no.
3 miles from Ocean City on the Delaware side. Last road out.
I'll stay on the Delaware side. Just feed me, coach. I don't need all that hot. I don't need that limelight no more. I did that. I did the Ocean City thing.
I got a pass for Delaware Beach. We can go
Okay.
there. So
Okay. And then Joey chimes back in and says, Miss Long was the best principal ever. I mean, heck, if she let your ball coach sleep at her house, man, she must be pretty cool, Joe.
look, she always had her door open, never closed. Never closed
Is
her
that
office.
right?
Yeah, you could come and talk to her anytime.
And then
She
Mike
was,
comes back on. Mike Hale comes back and says, what's he got? This is amazing to see. Brent would be so proud. I assume he's talking about Alexander. Am I right, coach?
yeah.
Well,
Brent was a kid
Brent a
that
text, Mike. Brent,
we played Arundel. They were undefeated, and we had a kid drop a ball, but Brent would have beat him that day. And he was a competitor. The kid was a competitor. Just loved the game. His dad was a good pitcher too. When he was from Duval, went to Duval.
okay.
So, and
well, it sounds like Joe Darnell is going to bring me to your place. He said Jack Carr is coming up with me. He wants me to see your custom memory room your wife built you. I'd love to see it. Love to see it.
yeah,
Joey said it's amazing. And
yeah.
you brought up Coach Glick earlier.
Yeah.
Coach Glick has a memory room in his classroom.
Mm-hmm.
His classroom is 2 walls full of paper clips of all his success. So I'm sure yours looks even better.
I'll tell you about that. I was coaching basketball. We had a place still in Annapolis, and I was coaching basketball in Annapolis. And I didn't get home back. I didn't get back to the ocean much. So she kept saying, well, we got a room. We put an extension on, but it's going to be for the grandkids. We're going to make it a playroom. When I got there, she had it all decorated. And listen, she was sick. She had cancer, and she died at pancreatic cancer. And that's why I wear these.
God bless.
Cancer is purple, pink is for breast cancer. But that was her. That she was a pure-blooded Italian. So she kept me straight, and that was hard to do. But
we come from the same mold. I feel you, Coach.
Well, I tell you one thing. I've been so blessed with people and friends, and people call. We're always talking to people, and kids call me and say, "Have you heard from Mr. Moorhead or Mr. Carroll?" And I say, "Yeah." And people call me up and say, "We're going to go to a game. I got tickets. Come on up." But I can't drive that much. I just got my legs punctured 2 days ago, and I'll get them punctured tomorrow. I got vein problems and stuff.
Yeah, no, I hear you, Bubba.
But I'm not. It's good to know that you were in one of my clinics. So, and hitting the wall, I'd love to do that other places, but some people won't let us hit that mat.
I used to, and I'd bring a mat. I had a sliding mat that I had, which I hated. I thought it was worthless because the kids had to kind of hop to get on the sliding mat. They didn't really slide properly. But I would hang that over a fence, and I would have them do that contact drill. And I also do a drill where you put the bat on your belly button and let it touch the wall.
Right.
That bat will not hit the wall if your swing is compact. Right.
That's
one of my favorite drills.
Your hands when you take a swing, and I've learned a lot of hitting from Jimmy Pitt. He had a cup of coffee with that. He was University of Maryland. He's in the Hall of Fame over there. Look, if you do that, you got a short swing. He'd always preach when your hands hit that ball, when you start to the time you hit it, 12 to 18 inches. More than that, you lost everything. And he did his master's thesis on hitting. He coached Severna Park for a long time. So, but there's a lot of guys out there that I've had to I listened to them when I was younger. A lot of young coaches don't listen to wisdom.
No, they don't. They don't. I feel you. There we go. Brent Alexander. Brent Alexander made it to the room, everybody. Brent says, "What's up, coach?" And then he comes in. Love you, buddy. Yep.
What's
Yep.
up? You know when people say what's up, I say the sky, the trees, the birds, and the bees. That's what's up.
Yes,
So
sir. Tell you guys. Tell you guys, coach.
yeah.
And then I don't know, Michael. Do I know you through Brent or no?
No,
No problem.
Michael played for me. Really good player. His dad would help in anything we did. I mean, it was just good. We had just a good group of kids there, and he was one
Gotcha.
of them. And go there. And I got a saying that the road to success is always under construction. If you fall down, you get up and you go forward. If you do something good, you stay humble and you go forward, because
That's
it's
right.
always the next thing you do is the most important thing. So, I got sayings like that. Kid would make an excuse. I say, look, your excuses will never meet my expectations. So don't make any, just play. We had some good kids.
Well, look here. I wanna veer off of the coaching and the playing and all that, and I want to go a little bit before we finish to this officiating stuff you did. The statisticians for press box and the Ravens and the Baseball Officials Association. Can you
Mhm.
talk about what you did for the Baltimore Ravens?
Okay. I was, my father knew somebody that was running the press box for the Colts at the time, Old Memorial Stadium. And when the Colts needed somebody to do some stats, this guy calls me. But in the meantime, sometimes I'd work for about $15 a game. They give you parking and all you could eat and drink, beer included. So,
Yeah.
so and then what would happen is, before I really started doing the stats, they'd say, "Come on, you got to do this." So one night, and that's why I'm so blessed. One night, I have to go to this booth that had a color TV, and I had to watch Rune Arledge, who was the head of sports for ABC, and Pete Rozelle. They were
Oh,
standing
wow.
critiquing each other. Howard shouldn't be saying this and that. And so I was very fortunate to be there for 20 some years. So, and then I got hooked up with phones and all that stuff, talking to the other right. Then when the Ravens came back in town, a guy named Regis Burke got me in there, and we were doing all the Ravens, but I did the defensive stats, and
Okay.
I tell you, when Ray Lewis got into the Hall of Fame, they said, "Are you going to go up there and introduce him?" Because they thought I gave him all. A writer, Dr. Z, at the time, wrote for one of the magazines, and he said that the guy that did the defensive stats for the Ravens, it's very simple. If he ran by a guy, he'd give him an assist. If he breathed on a guy, he gave him a tackle. So I told him he can come up and watch me any day and see. When he went through all the stats, Cleveland, Pittsburgh, and Cincinnati that were in our division gave him more tackles than I did. He had to earn it when I was doing it, because I wanted to be fair. So it's just, they think he just was given it. He didn't. He earned it. Ray Lewis earned whatever he got, and it was. But
Wow.
see, here's another thing. Think about. Stats come out right after the game. When I first did it, they were running them off Mimeo papers. Guys would be typing stuff like. Now it's all computerized. So I would call out the tackle or the assist, and it goes into the system. And then if somebody wants it, they press an F key or something like that and see the quarterback stats or whatever it is. And it was just, and we had instant replay up there, and we had the coaches next door. And if we saw something, because they weren't allowed to have replay, we're banging on the window saying throw the flag. And then finally they couldn't keep people off the sideline, so they let me bring some guys up there to run to help with the security. So we had a lot of guys go up there every weekend, and
Okay.
and I got some stories, but I can't tell them here. But it was amazing. It was absolutely amazing. And one time I brought the PTA president up there, and
All right.
and they didn't put his pass with a name on it because I didn't tell him his name. So after it was over, we'd come down and try to hit every bar, wherever it is, coming back. Well, he looked like Roger Carr. So we put Roger Carr's name on there, and we got everything for free going down Richie High. So it was, we got stories, but I was in a locker room with certain people, and things that I can't tell you. Whenever we're together, I'll tell you some stories about up there.
Okay.
But
I got Michael chiming back in the comments. He was telling me, he said him and Brent are coaching his son on Kent Island. Okay, that's where me and Brent met, coaching Kent Island. So Kent Island right here. And then now that Brent's in the room, I'll show the one I shared with Coach earlier. This here's a gift from my guy, Brent Alexander. So thank you, Brent. And Brent chimes in and says, Jack, this is great. Well, thank you very much, sir. If you can go to my page, maybe leave a review or some comments, I'd appreciate it, guys. Share with your friends. I need some more viewers. I'm on my own network now, so I don't have all that. That's right, Brent. PG hat you gave me, boy.
Send me your address. Send me your address on my phone. Send me your address.
I can do that.
I might send you some people down there, but you can tattoo your name on them or something. I don't know what I'll do. I'll like to keep in touch with you. I'd like for you to come down.
Yeah, keep in touch, and if you come across
Mike and Brent,
come across something to mail me, just send it to me. I'll send you my address.
Yeah, well,
I love it. I love opening it. I love being surprised at what people send me. A lot of these people are people I either interviewed or I went to their games, and it's just been phenomenal. I've been covering the high school sports now since August, and I'm loving it, and I'm looking forward to diving into it even further.
You guys
this spring.
You got great people. Let me give you one more story and I'll get out of here. Look,
we got to wrap.
I'm working for the Colts. So this guy comes into me and says, "Here you go, put this headset on," and I'd make more money. But this one was different. It was the last game of the season. O.J. Simpson's in town with Buffalo. He's already won the AFC rushing title. Walter Payton is out in Chicago. He's already won the NFC. And they wanted to know which one was going to lead the whole league. So they gave me a phone hookup to the stat man in Chicago. And he and I were talking to each other the whole game. Every time OJ ran, I gave it to him. He gave it to his TV people. And every time Peyton ran, I got it and I gave it to my TV people. And it was amazing. And I've met some interesting people over the years. Like I said, I've been blessed. I've been blessed to have coaches that were great coaches. You know what I mean? And it's just, I can't say enough about all the coaches that I've worked with. And that's what makes me. Plus, my parents were great people. My mom and dad. I got in my family. There's 3 boys and a girl in that order, and my mother had sisters that had 4 boys and a girl, just like that. So we grew up in St. Michael's. Everybody knew each other. You ever been to St.
Right. Oh yeah, I'm just across the Eastern Bay from St. Michael's. I'm right here on on the Eastern Bay.
Did you ever go? Did you ever go? Did you go in town there? The yuppies came in town and they got the town. When I grew up, lots were going for $25. Now they're going for $1 million. Right?
Yes,
Now, and here's another thing people didn't know. We lived on Main Street. Everybody on Main Street had an outhouse. But you won't see it now with all that money in town.
Yeah, right. Well, we got Joe Darnell giving another last response. Great job interviewing the legend. And then we got right here Brent. Brent gives us another one. Oh, Russell F. Donaldson. I don't know what that means.
I'll tell you what. That boy was a second baseman for me, and he was one of the toughest second basemen I ever had. He was just a great guy. He was a great lad.
Brent says he loves you, Coach.
Well,
I can tell these are your guys. I can tell.
Well, most of the time when I contact him, the last thing I'll say to him is, "God bless, I love you."
God, that's right.
And Andy Borland taught me that. I mean, I'm very, very fortunate. Very fortunate. There's a lot of people that I probably miss. I feel bad, but
Can't catch everybody. Everybody knows. Everybody knows. It's come to that time now, Coach. I got to wrap this up. Got to thank a few more sponsors. Chesapeake Landscape Materials, number one, A1 for me, 8217 Baltimore Annapolis Boulevard in Pasadena, Maryland. They got all kinds of colors.
Pasadena,
all kinds of. That's it. They got all kind of mulch. They got gravels, stone, pavers, drainage pipe. You name it. If you need it for your landscape project, go to see Mulchman at Chesapeake Landscape Materials. They'll take care of you every single time. Also, if you get a chance, go to the Jacob Sloan Foundation .com. Go to jacobsloanfoundation.com and check out what kind of amazing things they're doing for the kids of the state of Maryland all over the place. They're helping kids with back to school backpacks. They're helping kids buy scholarships to play athletics such as basketball, baseball, football, county. It's just great what they're doing for the kids. And the Sloan Foundation is really tight to my heart. So go to sloanfoundation.com, see what you can do to help. Nothing's too small, nothing's too big. We're going to take it on out of here, Coach. Thank you for joining me, sir. And as my dad always said, let me turn you loose.